Well, and obviously this wasn't how you wanted it to end, but for a group of seniors that had a gold medal, a gold trophy last year, 3 losses overall in 2 years, and now they get a silver trophy to go home with. This has been a pretty good run for this group, huh?
Well, I guess the only way it could have been better is if you didn't lose those 3 games, or if you didn't lose this one or something like that. But for this particular group of kids that have been really together, it's a bittersweet feeling, really. Right now, it's pretty bitter for them, I would imagine. After an hour or so here, they'll come around and they'll realize that this was just a softball game in front of a tremendous group of people that came to watch them compete, and compete they did right to the end. They didn't die. They didn't give up. The dugout was just as lively in the 7th as it was in the beginning of the game. So that's all you can ask.
I mean, just kind of neatly summarize what this group has meant to the program, these seniors.
Well, this particular group of seniors has, as they came up through, they were actually leaders right from the start. 2 of them started virtually every game since they were a freshman, and when they came in as freshmen, they kind of kept their mouths quiet and just watched and learned the way we do things, picked up that stuff. When 2 of them became sophomores, they were still starters, and so did the 3rd one come in. And she picked it up a little bit and struggled with some things, and then we picked up another one as a junior, and another one decided to come back out as a junior, so we had 4 of them, and then 5 of them last year. They've just done some great things, and I think they probably already realized that this was just a softball game, and they've had a tremendous time, tremendous bonding experience with all their friends and all of that, and they'll be just fine.
Defense today was probably the thorn in your side. That
I was trying to think of how I would answer that question. After we went down by 5, if we don't come back and win this, somebody's going to ask me something about our defense, and I had an answer for it, but I'm not going to use it. You need to play fundamentally sound softball when you're playing a very good team. And we always, our second goal, as I told you yesterday, is to be the strongest opponent, the most formidable opponent that every team we play faces. I'm not sure we were that today. We were trying hard, but the defensive mistakes certainly got us in a hole. And having been a pitcher myself, there are days when you can overcome some of that stuff, but if you have a couple more, it bears on this 5-inch playing field right up here, and you just never know exactly what's happening, because we always have to remember they're 17, 15 to 18-year-old girls, and it might make a difference on where you're putting pitches. And you certainly have to agree with me that other team put a lot of our pitches right back out into the outfield pretty fast. So
I was going to say 14 hits, and those 6 errors could have been easily hits if they weren't sliding in their gloves or whatever, and some of them were on hit plays, but that was as hard as I've ever seen a team hit the softball.
Yeah, they hit the ball pretty hard. I've seen some teams hit it like that, but not against us. Although Sun Prairie hit the ball pretty hard against us too in that 11-inning game, but not 14 hits. But you also have to remember that if you keep a sure single to a sure single, you always have a chance to make an out at second. If it ends up looking like a double on a scorebook or a triple, now the whole game has changed, and maybe they don't get 14 hits. You just never know. That's why you play this game, and that's the way things go. So my quote was going to be, I don't remember the last time that we had 6 errors, but I won't forget the next time when we have 6 errors, the last time we had 6 errors. So I'll give you that quote, okay? We may have someplace along the line, but I don't remember it, but I don't think I'll probably forget this one and the 6 errors.
So the good news there is that there'll be a next time for you to tell us that there was a last time, so that means we'll talk to you again next year.
Well, if everything goes right back in Poynette and stuff like that, I'll be back, and if these young girls put in as much extra time as these older girls did, you always have a chance. The season starts right now, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Bob, thanks a lot.
You bet. You guys do a great job.